I also want to remind you that the pop punk we listened to like 10, 20 years ago are equally, if not more, cringe.
The audio isn't there, but don't worry about that. It's Teenagers by MCR. And we've said on record,
Yeah.
it's not great. In retrospect, maybe not the greatest as a song by MCR. Catchy, fun at a party if you're listening to it with other people.
It's easily digestible for people who don't traditionally listen to our type of music,
Sure.
which is why it also did really well on the radio charts.
Sure.
It always bothered me how they used the wrong could. They couldn't care less, not could care less. If they could care less, it wouldn't make any sense.
She just ruined my whole goddamn life. I'm not going to be able to hear it without thinking that.
I don't listen to teenagers that much to have to give
We
that
hear
much
it enough
thought.
to where you're going to hear it and go. While I am understanding of the lyric, and I think that yelling teenagers scare the living shit out of me is fun, it's a pretty boring lyric. Like after that, like it's a good lyric and then it doesn't really follow up with much. And while Gerard was saying something there, trying to say something there, it could do with a little bit of nuance to it, I think, versus being so blatant and blunt. Looking back at it, not looking at it as it was written right now. So I think she's making a fair point that it's not like these songs are worse than the things we listened to 15, 20 years ago.
When we were listening to things, people above us and the generational wise were going to say like, stop that, that's cringe. It's the same thing, except we've devolved a little bit more lyrically. And I know Teenagers Scared the Living Shit Out of Me isn't as revolutionary as we may think that it is.
No,
But compared to what we're hearing now,
maybe.
it's like I'm singing to you a random sentence instead of like trying to be edgy and make a profound statement.
Yes. I think there is a move in a lot of lyricism to be less metaphorical and more straightforward and without nuance, just letting people know exactly what you think. There is room for that. I also think there's room for being more metaphorical and creating more of a world where anybody can kind of get whatever you want from the lyrics.